It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. It's Friday and it's time for our Agile, Not So Agile episode of the Daily Stand Up Podcast. And I thought I would talk to you about something. So I was rereading a book that I love. It's called The Imagineering Workout. It was published by the Disney Imagineers, and it's not brand spanking new. It's an older book. It's been around for a little while. But what I can tell you is that there's lots of tidbits and good information in here that are going to help you really think things through the same way as an Imagineer would. It appears that the book was published in 2005. It's not very long, it's a couple of hundred pages long. But I picked one concept from the Imagineering Workout that I thought would be super cool to cover with you today. So, the concept is something called the Idea Journal. Now, for those of you who know me, you know I'm always jotting down ideas. I'm always thinking of cool things. I'm always trying to, make sure I don't lose things. I want to capture things and make sure I have them. So the concept of the Ideal Journal was brought together by a gentleman by the name of Bill West. He was a senior software engineer for Scientific Systems, and he was a part of the show/ride engineering group within the Walt Disney Company. And he said, if you find that you're more comfortable with writing and sketching, then put together a journal. So I'm going to read a little bit from here, and then I'm going to elaborate on it. It says the Idea Journal is the written version of the sketchbook. It captures words and word images that you see and feel in both sweeping generalities and in specific details. It is a personal log for your ideas and a way to make sure a fabulous idea doesn't just disappear. I love this. So, there's some outdated things in here that are pretty funny after this, but what I'm trying to say is I take time all the time when I have an idea just to, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, to sketch something or to write it down or to take a quick note or to type something. Oftentimes you'll find pages and pages of information that I've typed that have pretty much zero coherent value, but they're all just very positively written so that I don't let ideas escape. I try to keep them held hostage, if you will. Um, Now, I thought this next part was funny, so I'm going to read it. It says, purchase the ideal journal that matches your lifestyle. Be it a Palm Pilot or a similar PDA, a notepad, sticky notes, or even a voice recorder. Okay, we'll pause there. Many of you don't even know what a Palm Pilot is, probably, but I guess back then it was something popular. But what I can tell you is whether you do it in a notepad on your computer, whether you sketch it on your iPad, it doesn't matter how you get there. It matters that you get there, right? And use this journal as a resource, regularly reviewing your ideas, notions, scenarios, and information that you capture. Ask yourself, how am I using my journal? What do I want to keep as a memory frozen in word image? What can I expand into a story, a work, or a home project? Sometimes these ideas are generally fleeting and must be captured as they arise. Some will hang around and let you mull over them, but many are like flashes of lightning that need instant attention. I love this idea or this concept. I think that, first of all, I love the Imagineering Workout book. Each of the Imagineers put together a simple one page, hey, this is something that I do. And I couldn't appreciate it more. I feel like if we just took a chance to do some of these things, then it would help us in the long run to better be in a position of, hey, I know I had that idea. What did I do with it? Or hey, I have a little bit of bandwidth. Let's see what I can dedicate some time to. For me, it's a combination of using things like Getting Things Done by David Allen, which is the art of personal productivity. If you don't have GTD, you need to make sure you get that book. And the Imagineering Workout together to help me solution and figure out cool ways to capture ideas, to document what my thoughts are at the time, and to iterate those ideas. Now, the other thing that's interesting is just because I have an idea doesn't mean I need to launch a whole project. I've had plenty of ideas where I've written it down and I've just kind of laughed and I've said, yeah, it's a cool idea, maybe later, right? But I think that it's important for us to recognize that even though every idea is not perfect and even though every idea is not pristine, that it doesn't have to be perfect to make it to the journal, and it doesn't even have to go past the journal if it is not the right idea. But not putting down an idea is the worst thing you could possibly do. So I know that kind of sounds crazy. So I guess in summary, here's what I got to say. So here's my challenge for you. If you are planning a wedding, or if you are planning a family vacation, or if you are planning on having a son or daughter go on a church mission or another opportunity, or if you're planning something for your church focal group or for your young ladies organization or whatever it might be, scouts, be it anything, take your pick. Take an opportunity when you get these ideas to figure out a way to capture. And even if you don't have the whole idea, it's okay to just put something down. It doesn't even need to be completely coherent. It just needs to be something that you can revisit later and go, yeah, I'm glad I didn't lose that idea, right? So I hope that you have great success. I hope that you have opportunities to capture these ideas. I know that if you do, you won't be disappointed that you did. So that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to getting back together with you on Monday and talking about all things agile. Until then, I hope you stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile. Have a great weekend. Do take care.